Alright, today I thought we'd make jam tarts and we do a bit of games and a bit of play with shapes. Now to make jam tarts you need something called pastry. Now your grown-ups might be really good at making pastry. I am rubbish at making pastry. I've got really hot hands and all the ingredients stick to me and I never get anything I can roll out. So I have bought pastry. It's a massive rectangle. Remember a rectangle's got 4 sides? But it's not going to make one big jam tart. I'm going to make lots of little jam tarts today. But rather than round ones, which jam tarts normally are, I thought we'd make different shaped ones. So the first thing you need is something to cook your jam tarts in. So I've moved my pastry. I've got a baking tray for jam tarts. So our pastry doesn't stick to them, we've got to grease the nibbles. Now this bit's really fun. You get some butter or margarine. I've just got some kitchen towel and you rub some onto your kitchen towel and then you rub it inside the circle and all the way around. This way your pastry is not going to stick inside your bun tray, and that way your jam tarts will come out, because there's nothing worse than making something yummy to eat and then you can't get it out. So can you see how many holes there are in the bun tray? Can you see? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to make 12 jam tarts and I'm going to use 4 different shapes. So I'm going to have 3 jam tarts. So there'll be 3 jam tarts of each shape, yeah? So it's all greased up with the butter now, so we don't need that anymore. We can put that out the way. So I've got all 12 of them all greased up. Now you'll be really good at this job because you've got little fingers to get in all the spaces. So the next thing we've got to do is decide what shapes we're going to make with our pastry. So a really easy one, and I've got a cutter for this one, is a circle. So I am going to do 3 circles. Remember, 1, 2, 3. You might have some cutters of different shapes as well. So I'm going to put it up at the edge. Let me see where you can see. So I'm going to put 3 circles. Can you see it? 1, 2, and 3. Then I'm going to pick my circles up. Look, perfect circles, like the circles in our eyes. I wonder if you found any other circles around the room. Oh, I've got a circle on my jam lid. And I'm going to put the circle in my bun lid. So I'm going to pop him in nice and gently down there. Can you see him in there? 1 circle. So I'm going to put in number 2 circle. 2 circles. And number 3 circles. 3 circles. So I'm going to have 3 circle jam tarts. Now, we don't just want circles. Let's have a go at squares. Now, a square, I don't have a square cutter, so I'm going to use a knife. Now, a square has got 4 sides. It looks like a box. So you might be able to find a box around your house you can cut round. Or if your grown-up shows you first, you might be able to do it next. Let me see, if I get the chopping board, you might be able to see what I'm cutting. Let's have a look. So I need to cut out a square. So let's lean you over here. So I've got a straight edge here and a straight edge there. And I'm going to cut along and across. And then I've got, shall I show you? I've got my square. And once you've cut one, you put it on top of the pastry, you can cut round it to make more. So you'll have your 3 squares to put in your jam tarts. Okay, let's have a little look-see. We've got 1, 2, 3 squares for our jam tarts. I'm going to put them in the bun tray, haven't I? So So they won't look the same as the round ones. I'll have pointy out bits. 1, 2, 3. Can you see the corners sticking out? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's the beeper for Angus's lunch, I think. So, Angus, your lunch is ready. Angus's lunch is ready in the middle of it. So we've got 3 circles and 3 squares. So the next shape, I have got a cutter and I'm going to do a star. If you haven't got the cutter, you can pick another shape. So I'm going to put my star down for 3 shapes. So I'm going to go 1. Can you see the star shape? I'm going to put it in the bun tray. It'll have lots of pointy bits, this one. 2. Oh, it didn't cut properly. I'm going to have to do that one again. So we can get it to cut properly. Oh, yep.
What do you want the oven to be like?
Just leave it on, please, as it is. 2 stars. Doesn't matter if they go a bit squashy. And let's see if I can sneak a star in this corner. Here. 3 stars. So they're all now in the bun tray. So you can see we've got circles, squares, and stars. All right. Now all my pastry's messed up, but that doesn't matter because that's the good bit about pastry. You can squeeze it all up together, make a ball, like a spear, and you can roll it out again so we can cut some more shapes. So if I get my rolling pin, we can roll it out. Angus needs a knife and fork for his dinner. Putting that in the middle. So we're going to roll it out again, the pastry, because we need to make our last shape. Rolling is really good fun. Okay. So we're going to roll it all out. And the last shape I think we're going to make is rectangles. Remember the pastry itself was a really big rectangle. Well, hopefully this last shape we make is also going to be a rectangle. So we need our knife. We're going to cut a straight line because rectangles have got straight edges, but they have a long edge this time, so we're going to go all the way and make a long edge. This one's just going to make 2 rectangles, I think. We'll have to roll up the pastry again. So I have my 4 edges. And let's show you the rectangles. We've got 1, see it's got long sides and short sides. We're going to put that in the baking bun tray, and the other one in the baking bun tray. And then I've got to make 1 more rectangle, so I'm going to roll it back into a ball like a sphere again. And roll it out so we can make 1 more rectangle. Now you can obviously do any shapes you want. You can do triangles, you can do hearts, hexagons, pentagons, anything you fancy. You could even do a regular shapes. If you've got some nice cutters that are animal cutters, you could do those and make jam tarts out of them. It doesn't matter which one you choose. So I'm going to do my last rectangle. So I'm going to do my straight edge across and my straight edge down, and I've got 4 sides to a rectangle. Look, my last rectangle to go in. So you can see I've got all my shapes in now. I've got my circles, my stars, my squares, and my rectangles. Now, jam tarts aren't much fun if they haven't got any jam in them. Now, you can have a look at your colours now as well, because you might have different colour jams. I've just got strawberry, which is red, and marmalade, which is orange. You might have some black currant, which is like a really dark purple colour. You might have green gauge jam or lime marmalade, which is green, which would be really cool. Now, the only thing is, if you've got quite little shapes, your jam might explode out. We don't want exploding jam tarts. So, in the circles, you can put quite a bit of jam, but in the other shapes, just a little bit so it doesn't explode out, okay? So, I'm going to do red jam in my circles, in my strawberries. So I'm going to get a big spoonful, pop it in. In fact, I might even put 2 spoonfuls in because I've only got a little spoon. So they're in the circles. We're going to go 1, 2. And then 1, 2. Now, jam gets really, really hot when you cook it. So when it comes out, you've got to wait for it to cool down, okay? Now, squares were next. I might put marmalade in my squares. I'm going to get a different spoon so I don't mix my jams up, okay? So you can see this one is an orange colour. So I'm going to have marmalade squares and strawberry jam circles. Now, the squares can fit in 2 as well because they've got big juicy sides that go all the way up. So we're going to have marmalade squares. Okay, now stars. I'm going to go back to the red for the stars, but I'm only going to put 1 teaspoon in because the stars look like they might explode. We don't want exploding jam tarts. Okay. And the same with the marmalade in the rectangles, just 1, because I think they might jump over the sides otherwise. So just 1. Okay. So, I'll give you a look. We've got all our shiny jam in our jam tarts, and now they've got to cook in the oven. That's right, in the oven. So we're going to put them in the oven. Ask the grown-up to switch the oven on for you, and to switch it on, and to put the jam tarts in for you. Okay, they should take about 10 to 15 minutes, but you need to watch them. Get your grown-ups to watch them through the window to check they're not burning. Okay, remember when they come out, the jam will be really, really hot. You have to wait till they cool down. So I'm going to put these in. Ooh, a bit of marmalade's jumped off one. Pop them in the oven, and then I'm going to put the timer on for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to have a little look and check they haven't burned. All right, enjoy your jam tarts and enjoy your shape making. Speak to you soon.